UBX. BTCM. PTPI.
All right, good morning, everybody. Yeah, Glenn, it is hump day. It is Wednesday. So let me tell you what we have going on this morning. I really only have a couple things. HIBS, I am in HIBS. Let's pull this up. Right. Long
PTPI.
HIBS probably won't get out until after the opening bell, which is about another 30 minutes or so. My target, I want to get out up here somewhere around the 608, 609, somewhere in this area. So we'll watch that. I bought a small position in SAI this morning. All right. So SAI, very quiet. And when I say small, I
RMBA.
mean small. I only have 100 shares on. And I bought it at 389. So, and the reason I didn't go too heavy is because we do have a lot more buying down here. So I'm figuring if we come down around this 370 area, I'm going to look to maybe put on a few more shares. But I did put a starter on at 389. So we'll see what happens. Besides that, let's take a look at everything else. I don't have anything else on besides those two. So what we're going to do here is we're going to come over here. And let's take a look at some of these indices. Okay, so we're starting off. We actually have a buy going on right now. It would be coming in a little bit late. On the mini Russell, I'm going to wait for a pullback on this because, like I said, it would be coming in late. Target on this mini Russell, 1754. That would be a profit target. I can get it below 49. I'd be interested in it before we hit target 49. I'll set a little alert down there and watch that. If it comes down, if it pulls back, I'll go ahead and buy some of this mini Russell. So we're gonna watch 49. Good morning, Glenn, sir. How are you? All right, gold. Let's take a look at gold. I do have potential buy up here. Gold. I can get gold up to 2012. I'd like to be a buyer at 2012. So I'm going to put an alert in up there, 2012. All right, so we'll watch 2012. Okay, mini NASDAQ. Nothing. I do have a buy on the E-mini S&P. S&P is going to be a little bit slower mover here. I'm going to start a little bit light on this. Buying the E-mini S&P. Target.
BCTX.
It's going to bring me up to 4109.75. That would trigger me. Let's see here. So this is an HF3. HF3. Go ahead and mark this now. All right, so we have an HF3 buy with a target of 4109.75. Reversal 4091. All right, 4091. All right. All right, let's take a look at natural gas. I don't see anything on natural gas. Crude. Don't see anything on crude. Like I said, I wasn't able to get in. I missed the mini Russell. I am in the small ES, small S&P. This mini Russell. I mean, if we can come down to 1749 before we hit target, I'll go ahead and I'll buy this. All right. Let's see. All right, so very quiet so far. Once again, probably won't really start picking up here until after the opening bell because it's just really quiet across the board. CLNL, that was on my radar the other day. May have some potential a little bit later on. I don't want to touch it right now. See, just not a whole lot of activity. All right, so a little disclaimer once again, please, this is for educational purposes only. I do this every morning. First hour is open to everybody. Just to demonstrate the two tools that I've developed over the last 35 years. I only use two very simple tools. The first one is just basically a set of patterns, 4 different patterns that I use that provide me with my entries, my buy and sells. And then I use something we call Einstein. And what Einstein does is it gives me price levels. All right. And if you see these horizontal lines, that is going to be my targets. That is what I am looking for after I enter a position. So this is for educational purposes only. Do not blindly follow me or anybody else for that matter. Also keep in mind that we are on a delay as we go through YouTube. And I think the delay is a good 10, 15 seconds. But nonetheless, if you're interested in trade along with us live without a delay, you have to join our Zoom room. We are broadcasting through Zoom right now, but once again, going through YouTube, you're going to see a delay. Also, keep in mind that also whenever you're trading for the first time or you're trading a new approach, always do it in a simulator. Practice with play money before you ever consider going live. If you can't make money with play money, you're not going to make money with real money. So even though it looks like an easy approach, you still got to work with it and you've got to understand market flow and take your time and be patient. Don't rush in. You're not going to make $1 million overnight. You have to slowly work your way up, and it takes a lot of patience. Most people don't have that patience. So that's the way to success. Take your time, be patient, let the market come to you. If you don't have a setup, don't take it. All right. Also, please, you can support the channel by hitting that like button. Please hit the like button. Let me know that you support the channel. I will continue to do this as long as I have interest. Once again, I'm doing this as just as a way of demonstrating my approach. I don't make any money off of this in the morning. So I'm hoping you enjoy it. Also, during the course of this first hour, if you have something that you would like me to look at, could be a commodity stock, crypto, as long as I can pull it up in my platform, which I use Thinkorswim to do my charting, then I'll be glad to look at it for you and see if I see any setups for you, see any targets. It is not a recommendation. I'm just going to give you my opinion and tell you what I see. All right, let's go back and let's look at CX. Now, CXAI has been on the radar before. Well, looks like it makes one come down a little bit more. So one of the things that I do in the morning is I am looking for stocks that have a lot of volume. So if we look at something like INAB, let's look at INAB. That's a really active stock. This is a 10-second scan on Bookmap. You see how you have a lot of these dots. These little circles here are basically volume. More volume, the bigger the dot. Smaller volume, smaller the dot. And then you see these horizontal lines down here. The darker they are, the more buying you have. The lighter they are, the less buying or less selling we have. So you can see you have a lot more buying down here than you have selling up here. So there's a tendency to want to go up. But when I look at my patterns, I don't really see any buy setups yet. So this would be something that I wouldn't take, but I do like this activity. If you go to something like, let's see here. Now here's PTPI. Also going to the 10 seconds. You see the difference? You're not getting a lot of those dots, right? So there's just not a whole lot of interest in that. Now you may start seeing more of them as we get down to around this 440, and a lot of buying down here around 440. So we'll see. But right now I don't have any setups for buy either. So what I would be looking for is I want to see that activity. So I want to see that volume. I'm looking at stocks that have lower floats. Usually anything between, lower than 10 million, preferably 20 million. Won't go above that on float. And look for the activity. Wait for my setup. See if I get a buy. And then once I get a buy, and then I can run Einstein and give me some levels where I would look to take my profits. And so it's a fairly easy process. Just have to work with it a little bit like anything else. But the beautiful thing about what I do is, once again, I have perfected this over the last 35 years. I only use two. Some people, if you use the term indicator, I don't like to use indicator because to me, indicator means it's something that you modify, like a moving average where you change the values. I don't. These are tools. So to me, VWAP. So if you look at this, those that trade stocks are very familiar with VWAP. VWAP is not modifiable. VWAP is what I would call a tool. And the reason I put it on the chart here is not to make a trading decision, but I like to see what the buyers or sellers are doing around VWAP. A lot of stock traders like to look at VWAP either as support or resistance. And so I use that as an indication of whether I want to go ahead and maybe start adding to an existing position based on what I'm seeing others doing. And sometimes I will like to fade that, right? So sometimes I even fade that, but it really depends what my patterns are showing. That's the most important thing, are my patterns. I'm not going to take a trade just because it hits VWAP. All right. So, and VWAP right now looks like it's around, 259, I think it is on VWAP. And you're sitting at 462. But really, you don't have any really heavy buying. You come down around 440. So we'll just keep that on the radar. Look at AS. That was when we had a nice, started off yesterday nice, but I ended up messing up the trade. ASTS, I don't see anything there at all. SAI, like I said, very light position on SAI. Let's look at SAI. Like the activity here. So what I'm going to do is I had a very, very light position. I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit more on here. All right, so I just increased it to 500 shares. All right, so let's get some targets up here. So, all right, I have a 413 target. $422 target. Excuse me. $433 target.
UBX.
All right, so I'm still long the E-mini S&P. Let's look at our E-mini S&P. Still on the E-mini S&P target once again, 4109.75. I'm a little bit green on this position. Okay, so I am getting, remember said R2 if the mini Russell pulls back, which it is. So I'm going to put on a little bit of mini Russell. Buy some mini Russell. Target's going to be 1754 on the mini Russell. Also, gold just triggered buy as well. I want to buy some gold. $2012 was that buy on gold. $2016, it's already hit 2016 target. So that was a fast trade in gold. And I missed it, folks. I missed it. Couldn't get over there. Alert went off. Couldn't get over there fast enough.
SIAN.
All right, let's see if we can get some more targets here in gold. Really like to get into that gold. Okay, yeah, I do have some additional targets on gold. I'll buy a little bit of gold here. All right, 2019.
BWEN.
I see 2019 on gold.
BTTX.
And I have a cluster up here at 2020 on gold. All right, so I bought in a little bit of gold. See if we can get this thing up to 2020. All right, let's get back to our stocks here. I am still long SAI. Like the activity. See, you have good activity. Let's look at my HIBS. The only two stocks I have on right now is some long HIBS and long SAI. HIBS is pretty quiet. Some targets up here, 413, 422, 433. See how your sellers are thinning out over here on the right-hand side. So you have some nice buying down here around 390. And just not seeing any sellers up here. So I like that. I really like that. So we'll just play this out and see how this turns out. I'm sorry, Glenn, what was the one you wanted me? 28. Which one did you want me to look at? You wanted me to look at something. You said you wanted, Glenn, you said you wanted me to look at something. What is that? What stock? Be glad to look at it.
SHIP.
I know you were looking at coin. I can look at coin. Coin looks like it's going higher, so coin looks good. I can see 59.59 being hit by coin.
RVPH. RAIN.
59.59. May have already got close to hitting it. All right, so we got a minute here to go. Less than a, well, no, we got about 5 seconds. Let's see how the opening bell turns out.
SEAT. HRTG. BEEN. CMPS. CKPT. RMTI.
Yeah, we did.
ALXO. BITQ. BDRY. CONN. RVPH. ENFN. MYTE.
Okay, the channel's up
GHL.
74.
VOC. BWEN. SWVL. CMLS. CRESY. MYTE. ARAV. BTTX.
We always have this flurry of
TRVI.
you're hearing in the background.
FLUX. EVAX. VBIV. CMPS. JOAN. INZY. BITQ.
All right, so let's look at RTY. I did finally enter RTY.
ALXO.
RTY is looking good, getting closer to target. 1754. I'm also in the E-mini.
CRBP.
E-mini's quiet, which I would expect it to be. So still long there. Target 4109, 75. And then, of course, I did buy gold. Profit target hit.
GRPN.
All right, we did hit profit target on the mini Russell. So we're going to get out of the mini Russell.
CRBP.
So I have the mini Russell.
BDCZ.
CSSE. MPAA. BEEN.
Take a look at gold.
DAN.
Gold did come up and hit
BCTX.
those higher levels at 220. So it looks like we've exceeded
DAN.
our 2 levels. See what the high was on this.
DAN. BCTX.
I think we did. We hit target up here. All right, let's see what it does.
DAN. ASPS.
Still a lot of buying coming in on gold. You can see it right here. So I'm going to see if I can carry this a little bit past 20, and then I'll get out of my long gold. Okay, let's go look at our stocks. SAI.
BCTX. BCTX.
All right, SAI is looking good.
PESI.
Looking good.
EYPT.
Two levels
SILX.
already on SAI. Look and see, maybe we can get up to the third level here. Third level, once again, is going to be that 433.
CSSE.
A lot of volume around there, around 20. Things taking off.
WVE. DSGN. COSM. GRPN.
Put a little bit more on SAI.
EIVI. SILX. CSSE.
9.6 million
DSGN.
shares already on SAI. All right, finally hit third target. On its way up to 40, still holding.
CSSE.
Finger on the trigger, will pull.
SKYT. VYNE.
Nice sell order coming in at 50 up
TLYS.
there. Go ahead and get out. I went ahead and took my profit on SAI. All right, so we're out of SAI.
VYNE.
Still on HIBS. HIBS is quite, this is typical for HIBS. HIBS is just a really slow mover, all right? But you don't have a lot of choppiness. So I like HIBS. So we'll see if we can get HIBS. You do have some pretty good buying coming in here at 588. You got some bigger at around 597. So I'm going to watch it if we get up to those levels. The key is really absorb these sellers and go higher.
TLYS. GRPN. VYNE.
GRP's been on the radar before. Very little
PVBC.
volume and 13,000. No, it wants to go lower actually. Stay away from that.
TLYS. GRPN. DN. WEBL.
BDCZ. FRC.
PXJ. PTPI. PTPI.
RIOT, a little bit over $10. It's had a nice little run, but it looks like
UFI.
I wouldn't be interested in
MYTE.
RIOT unless we can come up to 1174, around 1174. So 1174. Right now, it looks like it wants to go down.
TTSH. LRMR. GHL.
So what else we have here? All right, MARA.
COSM. RVPH. TLYS. WEBL.
MIRA has good volume.
WVE.
It also looks like it wants to come down a little bit more, so I'm not going to touch that. CXAI has been on the radar. Could see CXAI.
CRESY.
Let's see here. Man, I don't like CXAI. Okay.
COSM.
It looks like it wants to come down, work a little bit lower here on CXAI. Activity. Yeah, it's just kind of all over the place.
PSCE.
All right, PTPI. No go on PTPI.
PXJ. RVPH. RVPH. PXJ. WVE.
Yeah, let's look at coin again. We'll look at coin. I think I just did that because I remembered I have you listed here as one that you're watching. Also, if anybody out there watching us
COSM.
live, if you have something you want me to
WVE.
look at, I'll be glad to do it. And I can also put it on my customer watch list, and we'll look at it from time to time. Right now on coin, I think coin hit its targets.
RVPH. COSM.
Yeah, pretty active on coin. Not yet.
RVPH.
Coin $57. With the 57, yeah, with a stock like that, we'll probably have to take a little bit larger projection. So I could see coin coming up to try 57.50.
BYRN.
I'm looking to see if we
TLYS.
have anything out there for you.
RVPH.
Yeah, I do have some clients right up here at
EVAX. LE. BDRY.
yeah, 57.54. So wouldn't be surprised to see it come up there somewhere on that 50.54, Glenn.
RVPH.
Okay, so we got out of SAI.
STOK.
Yeah, so we're already out of SAI. Once it hit that 30, hit that upper third level, I went and got out.
FRC,
That may be a play again, though. We'll watch and see if we get some buys coming in. Still long HIBS, very quiet. Still on the E-mini. Still on the E-mini S&P. All right, so I'm getting a short on the mini NASDAQ. So that would be a nice little. I'd take this
UIHC.
mini NASDAQ short. Look at the mini NASDAQ.
FLUX.
All right, short mini NASDAQ. That's going to give me a target down here at 128.70. It's going to be my profit target. HF3 short. I need the reverse.
ENSC.
129.
WEBL.
129.82.5.
WEBL. BYRN. GRPN. UIHC. STOK. UIHC.
Definitely more selling going on up here. So we'll see what happens on this mini NASDAQ. All right, so I'm short the mini NASDAQ and I'm still on the E-mini S&P.
KLXE.
Still long HIBS. Starting to turn around. Still on gold. HIBS. Take a peek at HIBS.
NOTV.
Good fun. Looking for my drink. All right. Man, you got some good selling coming in at 6. And you have good buying coming in at 95. Maybe kind of stuck here.
WEBL.
Good morning, Ken L. Good morning. Ken L, what were you looking at? You were looking at, was it EQT? I can't remember. USB? Was it USB?
EYPT.
I think it was USB.
KLXE.
All right, I'm not real excited about USB. This is not a stock that I would trade. This is a stock that somebody asked I take a look at. I could see it potentially come up to
WEBL.
31.88. So we'll see. I could see 31.88, but I don't like to charge
FRC.
because I
GANX.
am showing some longer term targets to the downside. So I don't like it when I see that kind of, basically what I'm thinking is this may just be a pullback and then want to go back down again. We'll see. For
EYPT.
purposes, I could see it coming up to, like I said, this 88, even up to 91, 91.
PVBC. KALV. TLYS. CUV.
Glenn, how you trading coin? What are you using for going? What are you using for trading coin? WEBL, man, we've seen that popping up from time to time.
TLYS. WEBL. SEAT.
See WEBL going up a little bit higher here. That's not too bad. I'm interested in it
TLYS.
though. I can see WBL come up a little bit more. Once again, we're looking for this activity. I'm looking for my patterns. I do have some buy patterns here for WBL. I
TLYS.
could see WBL coming up to 771. Oh, okay. Do we have a second pattern up to 783? But I am not in WBL. I'm in
KALV.
WBL.
NOTV.
TLYS. Let's look at TLYS. Oh, there's no volume. No volume. That looks like it's going lower.
PXJ.
Don't like TLYS. Do not want to be a buyer.
WEBL.
Still hanging on to HLBS.
ROOT.
Open the window. Ugh, got the US Tech going against me. Okay, so let's look at US Tech. Still short US Tech. Gonna add on a little bit here on these US Tech.
TLYS.
All right. Heading on to the US Tech right here. Short, still short. Long the E-mini. S&P. So I'm long the E-mini and I am short the mini NASDAQ. Still long gold.
FRC,
Look at gold. Just seeing how much activity we have. I mean, look at gold. That's pretty good activity for gold. I have to get it back over 20. We did hit our 20 target, but I would like to get it over 20 again. All right, so we have a pairing pattern short on natural gas.
TZOO. NOTV.
Really slow natural gas. All right, let's get a target for this natural gas. Target natural gas 22.65. That is going to be profit target 22.65. Selling right here.
Profit target hit.
Nope. Try it again.
JOAN.
All right, 22.65 is going to be my target. This is my short. Yellow line is where I sold. Green's my target.
UIHC.
The daily chart on the bottom left-hand corner. So
ENSC.
you can see it much better on the you can see it much better on the 1 minute here. All right, pretty quiet this morning. Just waiting to
WEBL.
see what we're gonna do here. Still long the ES, short the NASDAQ,
NOTV.
short natural gas, long gold. Still long HIBS, very quiet. You get out of
VYNE.
SAI.
VYNE.
Just take a look at SAI.
FUV.
Yeah, we got out of SAI.
VYNE.
Wouldn't be surprised to see SAI come down to 21, 421.
BDRY.
Which is that second green line.
VYNE.
And you know what? We've already hit the top of the hour, folks. Once again, please hit that like button. Support my channel. That's the best way you can support my channel, is giving me a thumbs up. Also subscribing.
EPSN.
And please share this with others. If you have any questions, you can visit my website,
TLYS.
innovativetradingstrategies.com. If you have specific questions, that's the best way to get a hold of me. Tons of videos on YouTube, Innovative Trading Strategies. And that's it. Everybody have a great trading day. Hopefully we'll see you first thing tomorrow morning. And I have a lot of open positions here. So we do a recap at the end of the day. Sometimes I don't post it till later on in the evening, depending on how busy I am.
GRPN.
But I will post the results
TELA.
later this
TLYS.
afternoon or later tonight. Take care.